The Overlap, a collection of fans or YouTubers who pretend to watch football, talk mindlessly about the Premier League for 2 hours, who make their own clubs look like shit. Adam McCullough, a British man who doesn't celebrate when Britain scores a goal. A guy that always looks like he's about to cry every time he speaks. And we also have Rory Jennings, an absolute moron, specifically when he talks about, well, football. Those two are hilarious, but speaking of people who represent their club so incredibly poorly, we move on to Boovie. As a City fan, I'm going to be talking about him specifically for this video. And yeah, I watched the video, he got absolutely torched. Let's take a listen.
To the 10-men team, it becomes a game of space. How are we going to manage it? And we just took the space away. Clive,
the only shining light in a room filled with darkness. Let me tell you something. This guy's age is higher than the combined IQ of that room. Clive is absolutely excellent. He is everything I want Boovie to be. Unfortunately, he's the complete opposite. Clive is practically the only reason why I watch The Overlap, because it definitely ain't Skulls and Jamie Carragher loud ass. I'm talking about Clive, Mr. Soothing Voice. This guy can put me to sleep, and not in a bad way. His voice is so soothing. Ha! Gay! But he's absolutely right. It did become a game of space, and Arsenal took that away. You can't really blame them for doing what they did, especially with 10 men. I was so frustrated when Ruben Diaz kept getting the ball in shooting positions, and when Foden got the ball, Arsenal players were all over him. Great tactics by Mikel Arteta and great defending by Arsenal.
Arsenal side still look scared. They were good in the first half, of course, but they've not even won the game, so they've played negative defensive football, which is a really bad advertisement for Arteta, in my opinion. The biggest games, still hasn't got a win against Man City at the Etihad. And they still didn't win the game.
Oh my god, he makes my club and our fan base look so unlikable. He does not represent me or any of you. It's a couple of points. First of all, this Arsenal side looks scared. No, they scored 2 goals off the bounce. What do you mean scared? They took the game to us at the Etihad. They deserve to win the game for the first 45 minutes. What are you talking about? They look scared. They didn't look scared at all. Number 2, played negative football again. That Trossard second yellow was soft. I'm gonna admit it was soft, but it's in the rules of the game. I rewatched it. I understand why it was given. I'm just, the only reason why I think it's controversial is because referees in the Premier League are just not consistent, because this is gonna happen again this coming weekend and no yellow card is gonna be given. And then people are gonna point at City and talk about how we pay refs or whatever. But you can't blame Arsenal for playing like that. If you're down to 10 men, your job is to defend until the game starts. Your job is to stop the bleeding. But unfortunately for City, there was no bleeding. Arsenal were not bleeding. We were the ones that looked completely anemic in that second half. Can't blame them. Negative football, that doesn't make any sense. 3 and practically 4, I'm going to combine them. Haven't gotten a win against City at the Etihad and didn't win the game. We didn't beat them this season yet. We didn't beat them last season either. We tied twice. No, I'm sorry. No, we tied the last 2 games, and not including the Community Shield. And the game at the Emirates, we lost. Last season in the Premier League, they got 4 out of a possible 6 points. They're not the ones that are scared, Boovie. We're the ones that, I'm not saying City are scared, but we haven't beaten them. We literally haven't beaten them in well over a year. In over a year and a half, we haven't beaten Arsenal Football Club. They still came to the Etihad and got a point. They won this game. I don't care about the scoreline. They won this game.
I know, but you can get through a Premier League season, and City have won back-to-back Premier League titles a few years ago without a striker, before Erling Haaland came in after Aguero left. So I'm still confident in the Premier League. I don't see enough from Liverpool. It's still an early stage for Liverpool, of course. Chelsea are kind of in a transition themselves. And then Arsenal still couldn't beat this City side without Rodri in the second half.
Sometimes I can kind of understand why people don't like our fan base. Can you just be humble for 5 seconds here? I actually disagree with, I don't know if we're the out and out favorites. In terms of experience, I understand that, but that just shows you how good of a player Rodri is. And look, I'm not going to name names, but all I'm going to say is, when was the last time a team lost a defensive midfielder and it rattled the entire football community, got everybody fired up? Arsenal fans, like I said, I've never in my entire life seen a bunch of grown-ass men celebrate an injury than what Arsenal fans were doing. Y'all are so lucky Clive is on this show, because in reality, all in all, let's just be humble here. There's not really talk about favorites. We're just 5 games into the Premier League season.
Never met a single lawyer that knows anything about this case. Until the case is done, that's when you can judge City fans and the club. Until we get there, the club is innocent until proven guilty.
In the overall essence of what he said, club is innocent until proven guilty. Yes, but I've said this on previous videos. I've said that nobody believes us. Everybody thinks we're cheats. Everybody wants us out of the league. We're the most hated club in the league. We're the only club in the entire history of the planet that's guilty until proven innocent. Let me tell you something. When he said that innocent until proven guilty, if you just look at the reaction of everybody in that room, nobody is buying it. If I came on the show, I probably wouldn't have said that, because
it's embarrassing.
What's United got to do with it?
It's an example.
Surely it'd be an achievement
the
for
Man
football
City run the
if
club
justice
exemplary.
is brought.
The owners of the Man City are the best owners in world football right now.
Yeah, you can see the entire, it's literally Bouvie against 40 people. I love Sheikh Mansour and I love Khaldoun Al-Mubarak. I've said this in previous videos. If they did something wrong, if they cheated, my love and respect would take a dramatic hit. A huge hit. A meteoric hit. Because no, I'm not gonna support somebody that cheats, obviously. Integrity above all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not have our ego get in the mind of doing what's right for the sake of football. Look, we are all City fans, but football fans first and always.
In this country.
Well, I don't think it'd be a disaster for English football.
It would be a massive disaster if for the integrity of the league, for the way the Premier League comes about.
That'd be your integrity of Manchester City, not the league.
This was probably one of the weirdest exchanges of the night. Paul Scholes said that it wouldn't be disastrous for English football, just for City, and I completely agree. And Bouvie doubled down and said that it would be a massive disaster for the integrity of the league. Again, this makes our fan base look so bad. This makes the club look so bad. This makes him look bad. This makes everybody look bad. Look, if you have the opportunity to go on a YouTube channel that they get millions and millions of views, if you're given this platform, you should really take the time to prepare for it better. He's just been waffling this entire time. It's just so sad to see, because there are so many other people that I would rather have than Bouvie. And I don't hate Bouvie. Hate is such a strong word. It's just not really my cup of tea. You know, the way he speaks about, because you can tell he was rattled the entire show. It's waffling. I don't know why he said this though. If City got found guilty, it's on us. It has nothing to do with anybody else. We broke the law. We cheated. We're the corrupt pieces of shit. Not anybody else. Why are you saying it's bad for English football in totality? It's just us.
Yeah, when I see teams who bring the most money in, and I see Man City above Real Madrid and Barcelona, Man United, that is just nonsense. I don't care how successful you are. That can't happen. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
My response to that is, I don't really like to argue with people who say the word it's impossible. Never, never, never. This can never happen, because there's not really a point in arguing. You can't really have a civil conversation with somebody that speaks like that. However, if you were to ask me, without any of the data that I saw, to rank clubs in terms of income, I would probably, in the last 5 years, I'd probably put City like 6th or 5th. Is it possible that we have that we have the most revenue in the Premier League? It is. Of course it's possible. To say that it's impossible, it's childish and just short-sighted in my opinion. The only reason why I can't definitively say yes or no is because I've seen a lot of third-party media organizations report these numbers. Other financial organizations, sports financial organizations, post these numbers. Not City though. These organizations are posting these numbers. So the numbers are true in that they exist. However, people are asking questions. People are saying that it's inflated. illegally inflated. And that's fair. I understand. That's fair. I still trust my club. Said innocent until proven guilty. Only City fans believe that. Everybody else in the world is guilty until proven innocent.
It's one of them where I think if all of them do, well, however of them come through as, you know, cheating.
Okay, look. Two things. This is gonna be disrespectful, but I'm sorry. That accent. I'm sorry. Sadio Mane is dribbling down the wing. You look at Jurgen Klopp. He's clapping. Look, this Liverpool fan is just is showcasing how the entire football world looks at City. Right? You notice the way she said it. If all of them or some of them come through guilty, he already knows that they are guilty. Like I said, guilty until proven innocent. This is the agenda, or this is the POV of every single football fan in that room, except for Boovie. Even Scholes, even Carragher, they're not going to say it, obviously, because they're under contract, but everybody else, even that journalist, is guilty until proven innocent. Overall, watching the entire show, I respect all these guys and their platforms. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. Again, nothing what I'm about to say or in this video is anything personal. This is just to do with football punditry and because these quote-unquote fans or YouTubers with platforms, if you're going to put your own voice out there, then I have the right to criticize it. Again, nothing personal, but Scholes is incredibly negative. Scholes is incredibly negative about United, and so was Adam McCullough. Like I said, guy looks like he's about to cry every time he speaks, and when it comes down to City, he jumps up like a little toddler wanting candy because he just loves shitting on City. Rory is way too negative. He's way too negative about Chelsea. I thought some of the fans for the other clubs, like Villa, Nottingham Forest, Everton, I thought they were excellent. Boovie, not my cup of tea. I'm just not. What is my cup of tea is Clive, though. Clive is the only one in that entire room that I would invite, that I would love to have a beer with. I don't drink, so I'll probably drink like water or something, but I would love to take him out. He's just very articulate. He's not combative. He doesn't insult your club. He just tells facts. Clive is amazing. Any Arsenal fans watching this, I'm jealous of you. From Ty and Robbie to Clive, the massive improvement is crazy. Manchester City are going the other way.